Okay, so for us, patient engagement is vital. We love coming to conferences, like this one, the Retina meeting here, because it really helps us to motivate us and inspire us. I don't think the patients realise just what a powerful voice they are in the research community, because, being able to see the reality of their lives and how you could make an impact, it really helps to motivate us. And I think their involvement is really critical. So given that we develop cures for, say, older people and for people with diabetes, it's very important for us to reach out and talk to those communities and to ask them, what are the key things that you would like from a therapy? What way do you think it could be delivered? So information like that is very important to us and vital. So it's really nice to get them engaged and in the drug development process and things like that. So.
Well, I'm not a clinician. I just work on animal models, and I work with graduate students that don't work with patients. So talking to patients that actually have the conditions we're working on is incredibly important and also motivating, because you can only talk to the mice so much and you can only measure their vision so much. So in order to know what questions really are the important ones, I think it's critical to talk to patients. Yesterday we met with some patients and they said what was the things that would make the biggest difference in their lives. So like one thing they said is a huge problem that they have with their vision is glare, and never even occurred to me that that would be a problem, but that was one of their top problems. So we need to start looking at that kind of thing. That informs what we do in the lab.
Patient engagement in the research process is absolutely necessary and an important part of it. Remembering that that's who we're working for. That is who the research is for, is to make sure that individuals know what's going on, have input into the research that's going on, so that they understand this is for them and that what researchers are doing very specifically is meant to help them.
From the point of view of research and development, I think it's fundamental that patients are engaged at an early stage in terms of the direction of the research. Ultimately, we're trying to develop therapies that will help those individuals in the long term, so it stands to reason that those individuals will be engaged at the very, very earliest stage of the research.
People can describe that as something that's a little bit glib and a little bit box-ticking kind of exercise, but I would have personal experience of it being fundamental, and not just because it's the right thing to do, because actually involving patients all the way through from design of your research program to implementation improves the quality of the research. It improves the likelihood of success of the research, and it improves the likelihood of uptake of that research, which is the final stage upon which we fall regularly.
Well, the patient engagement is very motivating, so it's always good to be in touch with patients, to talk about them, to recharge the motivation, because if you are in the lab for days, weeks, months, years, sometimes it's a very good reset, so while you're already doing your research.
Absolutely fundamental. One nice thing about my role is that I'm both a clinician and a scientist, so I always have the patient contact, and it's what keeps the work going. They're inspiring, they really motivate us, and absolutely essential that they be engaged in the whole process.
So I'm a clinician scientist, so I have the fortune of seeing patients with inherited retinal diseases every week, and I find that very motivating and very important in guiding our research, so the engagement is very important to what I do.
I think it's absolutely fundamental to all of us, and for us to work together and to see perspective from patients as well as scientists and clinicians that work together to develop these treatments for retinal degenerations.